Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, good evening, and welcome back to the breakfast show. Hopefully, you're all doing quite well this fine, well, whatever it is, morning, afternoon, evening. We are a worldwide show here. So, the good thing here is that right now, pre market, things look green. Okay. But even yesterday, if we go and look at what has happened on the heat map, even yesterday there were greenish names. Not a lot, but some of them were green. This is basically how we ended the day yesterday. Nvidia was green, Apple was green. Yes, a lot of the rest here were still red. But if we look at pre-market right now, it looks a bit better. I think a lot better than yesterday. So what's going on? What do we have for news for us this morning? We do have quite some news, actually, with regards to Black Friday, Cyber Monday sales data from Shopify, a little bit from Adobe out there as well. Still nothing from PayPal as of now, but again, remember tomorrow, PayPal CFO will speak at a UBS conference, so we're definitely going to have get some information from her. We do have some Shift 4 news. We have an indirect, maybe Oscar news, although I'll explain why it's indirect and not direct. And then we'll have a look at what's going on pre-market. Let me run the usual poll. Stocks, let's see, stocks will end the day. So yesterday, 60% of you were correct. The day ended red and not green or green. All right, so the poll is up and running. Now let's have a look at a couple of news here. News item number one is, of course, from Shopify. So let me zoom in a little bit here. Got a new screen, so I contributed to the Black Friday, Cyber Monday sales data. So still trying to figure out a bigger screen, a better screen. So our merchants made history, generating a record $14.6 billion in sales over Black Friday, Cyber Monday weekend, up 27% from last year or 24% on a constant currency basis. As sale banners lit up and products sold out, over 81 million customers around the world bought from businesses powered by Shopify. Shopping peaked, and this is something that we've seen. It peaked on Friday when sales reached a dizzying a dizzying, $5.1 million per minute. Did I pay with Shopify? Did I pay with PayPal? No, the screen I did not pay with PayPal, but I did buy other stuff with PayPal. Yes, so I did what I have to do. No, because the PayPal. No, I didn't buy it through PayPal because I had to buy it through. I bought it through with the Amex card. So whoever is here, American Express, the American Express holders, well, you got some money from me. So Shopify yesterday also went down despite record sales, and now we know that it is again a huge record for them. 39% year-over-year increase in sales were made via ShopPay. 32% of order placed using ShopPay as well. Top selling countries is US, UK, Australia, Germany, Canada. Top selling cities: LA, New York, London, San Francisco, and Miami. The average cart price size, okay, $114.7. Okay, so we've got that info from Shopify. Maybe PayPal might give us some information about that. Okay. So currently, the data that we're getting here from Black Friday, Cyber Monday are better than feared. With regards to Adobe Analytics, these are the numbers. I don't think they've changed since yesterday. No, this is still from November 30. But we do have someone that posted some more up-to-date data. So let me pull this one up. It says US online spending rose 7.7% to $44.2 billion during 5-day Thanksgiving shopping event, according to Adobe. So again, everything here is trending towards spending. Consumer spending has increased. Yeah, maybe a lot of people were waiting to get bigger sales, bigger discounts, and then they started to spend, which, to be honest, is quite smart. But we're still waiting. We're still waiting for more info from the likes of PayPal. We had yesterday's Klarna, maybe Affirm, but I don't think that Affirm has reported anything. We'll probably get them today or tomorrow. We'll get some more data, definitely tomorrow. Tomorrow we also have a Shift4 that will attend that UBS analyst conference. But in the meantime, there's another announcement here for Shift4. I'll pull up the press release. So, Liberty Sports Group and Front Row Hospitality announced multi-year partnership with Shift4 to power commerce across sports, entertainment, and hospitality properties. No, this is not another acquisition by Shift4. This is just a partnership. So, under the agreement, Shift4 will provide SkyTab venue technology for integrated point of sales and guest experience solutions, and will also power payments for merchandising, retail, and e-commerce operations across Liberty's managed venues and client partners. I did not know who Liberty was. So apparently they are a next-generation sports and entertainment company redefining how teams, venues, and live experiences are built, operated, and brought to market. Through its family of brands, Front Row Hospitality, Liberty in Venue, Liberty Live, and DCI Projects, Liberty provides vertically integrated solutions spanning venue management, food and beverage, live event production, sponsorship, and brand strategy operations across North America. Okay, so again, Shift4 here expanding, in this case not through an acquisition, but through a partnership. Is the stock up on this announcement? No, not really. Up 0.21. Okay. It will be reflected in their future earnings. That's for sure. Will be reflected in their future earnings. So yesterday, actually, before we go to the yesterday stuff, Juan here, great follow on X, anything PayPal. I think Robinhood as well. Very, very good follow. So Mark here, which is the SVP and general manager of PayPal Ads. This is the guy that did it at Uber and Amazon. So apparently, the PayPal Ads team will be at CES 2026, connecting with partners, exploring what's next in commerce and media, and announcing something they've been building towards for a long time. What is it going to be? I don't know. I might or might not go to CES myself. It really depends if I want to spend so much money on a flight, but I already have access to it. Just need to pay for my flight and a hotel, obviously. But we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. But this could be very, very interesting because I mean they already announced this, right? The PayPal Ads Manager that was already announced. Hopefully it's not the same thing. Although they did announce it, they didn't really show a demo, so that might be it. But then again, you wouldn't be saying announcing something that they've been building towards for a long time. So I do expect something big to be announced there. Of course, advertising is going to move this business. It's just going to take a while because you're going to start with a very, very small base. But if they can ramp up, just like they've ramped it up, well, he's ramped it up with Amazon and with Uber, I think this is going to be a business moving business line for PayPal for sure. Also, by the way, the Fed did end QT. They didn't. There is no quantitative easing as of now, but it did end QT. So I've got some information on that here as well. QT ends today after draining reserves since mid-2022. The standing repo facility saw $26 billion in usage on December 1st, the second highest since COVID. Banks are paying above market rates to access reserves, indicating the Fed drained liquidity below comfortable levels. While the balance sheet stops shrinking, the Fed will continue letting $2 trillion in mortgage bonds roll off and reinvest proceeds in treasury bills. This reallocates collateral from housing finance to short-term funding markets. Goldman expects reserve management purchases to begin in January at $20 billion monthly to keep reserves stable. After 3 years of QT, the Fed will likely need to grow its balance sheet again within weeks to prevent further funding stress. Repo rates are trading 6 basis points higher than model estimates, pointing to either a structural shift in reserve demand or temporary friction from rapid draining. The April tax deadline will test which scenario holds. Again, like I said, QT ending does not automatically mean that QE is going to start, but I do think it's just a matter of time. Just a matter of time. Yesterday we did have some of the popular names here that reported. One is Credo. I know some of you are very bullish on it. So Credo reported. Let's see if I can find something on that. Let's see. Okay, so we have here already one Bank of America note for Credo. They reiterate their buy rating raises the price target to $240, which is 40% upside from the price we're at today. I do think that the stock is up for sure. Let's see. Stock is up, right? Yeah, stock is already up at $199. So the upside is a bit less than what's written here, but okay, fine. They view this as the top small mid-cap AI pick alongside NVIDIA, Broadcom, and AMD. The price target is based on 70 times calendar year 2026 PE, 1.8 times price earnings to growth, top end of 1 to 2x range. It reflects 35 to 45 EPS estimate raise for fiscal 26 to fiscal 2028. Credo. Yeah, CS depends on Christmas rally for sure. So let me pull up maybe Credo's earnings real quick, because I did see this name pop up quite a lot in the chat. Never really looked into the company, if I'm being honest. Credo Technology Group. Okay, so this thing has gone up substantially, especially, I mean, this year is up 142 over the last 12 months, 260%. In the last 3 years, basically a 10x. So they provide various high-speed connectivity solutions for optical and electrical Ethernet application. Okay, so the cables. So they're the cable company. Margins are quite good here. Okay, let's see. Let's see what we've got. TD Cowen picks AMD as best stock pick 2026. Okay. Better late than never, I guess. Better late than never. World Cup next year in the US. Yep, indeed. Shift 4 is definitely going to see a nice little increase from that. So, Credo. Revenue was up 20% quarter over quarter and 272% year over year to $268 million. Non-GAAP gross margin 67.7%. Cash flow from operations $61.2 million. The largest customer did account for 42% of Q2 revenue. So there is a little bit of a concentration risk. But then again, pretty sure that there is enough demand. For the third quarter, their third quarter of their fiscal 26, they anticipate revenue between $335 to $345 million, representing 27% sequential growth at the midpoint. Wow. Okay, so again, year over year growth is going to be quite something. If we look at, okay, so they were barely generating anything, makes sense. Let's look at what happened after. ChatGPT came out right around here, flat year, and then it really starts to go up and up and up. But the current projections are, well, decreasing sales growth. So for their fiscal year right now, which is ending in a quarter and a half, 86% year-over-year growth, then 23% year-over-year growth, and then only 4.2% year-over-year growth to reach just over $1 billion in revenue. Let's see what free cash flow gives us here. So free cash flow, okay, we have, of course, for this fiscal year, free cash flow is still expected to, I mean, it's expected to explode 600 and something percent. But then grow 31%. And then, yeah, it does seem like their fiscal 28 is the year where things slow down drastically based on the current estimates, right? Based on the current estimates, this is basically it. They're expected to generate $330 million in free cash flow in fiscal 2028. Okay, the stock is up 16.2% or so at the time of streaming right now. And yeah, good morning, good afternoon to everyone joining, even a little bit later, that's fine. Good morning. Adam, you are in China. I'm surprised my stream works in China. What? How? I assumed, isn't YouTube blocked in China? Or maybe you're using a VPN. That might also be a reason. Well, hopefully you enjoy it. I won't say anything. That might make your trip worse in case someone's listening. But okay, MongoDB is also a company that reported yesterday, and that one is up 23.4% pre-market. She is a couch believer. I mean, I do own Alibaba, so maybe it does give me some credit. So your phone works just fine from here? Interesting. Honestly, I would have gone with a second phone there, just to be safe. But But yeah, MongoDB also reported yesterday. As you can clearly see, the numbers were very good because the stock is up 23.4%. So revenue was up 19% year over year. Atlas revenue accelerated to 30% year over year, representing 75% of total revenue. Gross margin 74%, free cash flow $140 million, significantly up from the $35 million same quarter last year. For the next quarter, they do expect revenue to grow between 21 and 22% year over year. For fiscal 26, the company has raised its revenue guidance to $2.43 to $2.439 billion. That's also expected to grow 21 to 22% year over year. Free cash flow conversion for fiscal 26 is now expected to exceed 100%. Looking ahead to fiscal 27, MongoDB remains committed to its long-term model of 100 to 200 basis points of average margin expansion and 80 to 100% free cash flow conversion, with non-Atlas multi-year transactions not expected to provide a meaningful headwind or tailwind to revenue, and non-Atlas revenue growth anticipated in low single digits. So let's have a look at what has happened here with this company, because I do remember that this company has taken a hit stock-wise, but let's see what revenue has done over the past couple of quarters. Neil, tell us your opinion on, what is it, Kinsale? I did hear about that company. Wait, let's see. MongoDB first. Okay. Still expected to grow. So the current expectations are still too low based on what the company just told us. They just told us 21, 22%, and the estimates are still at 17.4% for fiscal 26. So that's too low. And then the next 2 years are still expected to grow, 16, 17% year over year. What is it, 20? It's going to be more than that. Let's call it $30 billion in market cap. Yeah, okay. Year to date, stock is now up. Well, it's going to be up quite more, but it was already up 34%. It did crash here at the start of the year. Of course, it pulled back in 2022, just like everything else. Peaked again in 2024, went all the way down. Wow, to April was at $145. Not too bad. Not too bad. Let's go and look at some charts real quick. Let's see. Mongo. This is a weird name, I would say. MongoDB. So operating margin over the last 12 months is still negative. Free cash flow margin is improving. Gross profit margin is coming down from 74.8%, now 71.6% again, last 12 months. I think this quarter, what do we say, 74%. And net profit margin is also negative, but improving. Okay. Do I think Oracle results can be as good as MongoDB? Look, I think Oracle results are going to be good, right? The momentum is not slowing down for them. Last quarter, what was it? Let's see. Last quarter, we were looking at 12% growth here for them revenue-wise. And let's see what happens over the next couple of quarters. You can see it's expected to increase every single quarter. It's expected to increase. We're looking at $16.1 billion in revenue for the quarter that they'll report in 2 weeks or so. And then the quarter after that, that's expected to grow 18.4%, another 18.5%, and 2 times 20% a year from now. The big question with Oracle is again about the future plans, the backlog, the RPO, and how they're going to finance all of it. That's the big question for Oracle, and hopefully they have the answers, and maybe more, and maybe more. But yeah, Oracle is a completely different product, company, product offering. Then we did have some news from Iron. So Iron is down. Where is it? 4.4% right now. Why is that? Well, we've got here another. Where is it? That page disappeared. So convertible, $2 billion in convertibles. But I'm trying to find the actual. Here it is. Here it is. So Iron announced proposed convertible notes offering. So they announced yesterday, subject to market and other conditions, $1 billion aggregate principal amount of convertible senior notes due 2032, and another $1 billion, same thing, due 2033. The notes will be senior unsecured obligations of Iron and will accrue interest payable semi-annually, etc., etc. But what I wanted to touch on is what they're going to do with it. Where was that again? Basically, it's not as bad as expected. And again, it's something that we should be expecting for these types of names. Where is because they're expected to retire the previous ones. It's written somewhere here, but I forgot. It's written somewhere here. Well, let me search real quick. But yeah, again, it's dilution, but it's less dilution than what was there before. So it's really not that bad. Plus, again, it is something that you should have been expecting, especially if you're buying companies like Iron or Nebius or any other company out there. But let me 1364. Here it is. Oh, hello. Um, 1364 was what I was looking for. Here. So with the pricing of the offering of the notes, Iron expect to enter into one or more separate privately negotiated transactions with a limited number of holders of Iron's outstanding 3.25% convertible senior notes due 2030, with an initial conversion price of approximately $16.81 per ordinary shares, and 3.5% convertible senior notes due 2029 with an initial conversion price of approximately $13.64 per ordinary shares. So of course, much, much lower than when we're at right now. Trying to look at something. Okay. Again, the stock right now is at 46.5. $46.5, which again is exactly where we also were yesterday. So no reason really to freak out. And apparently, yes, this is an area where you can see now our new little indicator here shows us that the price in this range right here is a crucial one. I might, if it drops more, maybe I'll nibble a couple of shares here and there for iron if we do drop more, because I believe they're always doing this anyways. The stock reacts and then it's like, okay, we move on. But I rather than do this right now than later. Dilution with iron, with CoreWeave, with Nebius, with all of the other players, it is a given right now. If you want to grow much, much faster, if you want to be building and buying tens of thousands of GPUs, this is bound to happen. Just the terms that you're doing it should be better. Now, previously, maybe they had to do it with these terms, but right now they're in a better position. So the terms are changing and it's better for us long-term investors. By the way, yesterday, Nebius back over $100. Yeah, crazy, huh? Nebius back over $100 right now. CoreWeave also had a good day yesterday, up 5.39%. Let's see if we can go back to above $80. Then we've had the indirect news for Oscar. I'm saying indirect because, well, you'll understand why. So yesterday, I believe yesterday night, one of course, Oscar's co-founders, Joshua Kushner, they announced here a strategic partnership between OpenAI and Thrive Holdings. Now, it's important to note that this is Thrive Holdings and not Thrive Capital. Okay, Thrive Holdings is it's part, of course, of Thrive, but in this case, they are working and they're a company that really invests, acquires accounting and I think IT types of companies. Now, through this partnership, OpenAI will become an equity owner in holdings, and collectively, we will set out to deliver frontier technology for our customers. For decades, technology has transformed the world's largest industries from the outside in. We believe the AI paradigm will be different in that some of the most profound transformations will now occur from the inside out. We view the businesses that we own and operate as the right reward system to build, test, and improve industry-specific products and models. Now, another person here from Thrive, Holdings Thrive Capital, says the following thing. The past 6 months building at Thrive Holdings has been extraordinary. Today, we're grateful to announce a partnership with OpenAI to bring frontier AI into the real economy. Holdings currently operates in the accounting and IT services industries. In accounting alone, we've acquired over 30 firms in about 2 years, making it one of the fastest growing accounting firms in the country. These sectors generate hundreds of billions in revenue, yet they still run on slow manual workflows. The result, friction for employees and subpar customer experiences that keep these businesses from reaching their potential. Now, I won't read the whole thing here, but in short, this is what they focus on, accounting and IT services for now. Maybe they'll expand into other things in the future. With this strategic partnership, OpenAI and Thrive Holdings, of course, they'll integrate OpenAI throughout the whole stack that they have here, or every company that they own. How is this beneficial to them? Well, it makes all of these companies, if of course AI is such a great thing, it will make all of these companies much more efficient. If you're much more efficient, you can do more with less. You can spend less time doing the exact same thing, which means that you can concentrate on growing. And maybe in their case, growing to other industries, acquire other companies as well. How does this work for Oscar? Well, for now, it doesn't. But we do know that Oscar does use ChatGPT. We've known that from previous announcements, which I'll pull up right now. And again, maybe in the future, things might change. Maybe in the future, there is going to be a very, very close collaboration between ChatGPT, Oscar. Right? This is, by the way, from 2024. Oscar brings AI to health insurance, reducing costs and improving patient care. This, again, is from 2024. Throughout the last couple of months, I think we've seen some other announcements, and Oscar Health has been featured when ChatGPT, I think, launched their latest model or so. So good news, indirect effect for Oscar, because you never know. You never know what might happen in the future. Then, other than that, let's see if I can find some price targets for you guys from companies that we do follow. There should be some. 10-year is back above 4.1%, I've seen. We do have some news. So just in Bieber, AMD partners with HPE to develop open rack scale AI infrastructure. AMD announced an expanded collaboration with HPE to develop next generation AI infrastructure systems. HPE will become one of the first system providers to adopt AMD's Helios rack scale AI architecture, which integrates AMD processors, graphic cards, and networking components with HPE system design. So not Dell in this case, but HPE. Eventbrite apparently is being acquired by Bending Spoons for $500 million in all-cash deal. That stock is up 80%. Yeah, another OpenAI partner. Yeah, but in this case, they don't have to commit any. There's no capital required here. Just what they already have, which is their own tech. UiPath, yeah, they'll report Wednesday. Again, like I said yesterday, and I'll say this again tomorrow when we'll go over some of the earnings preview. They have to show that they have to show some acceleration or reacceleration in growth. Let's have a look. I think CrowdStrike is today. But UiPath, yeah. Okay, so this is what we have for later today. Marvell, GitLab, CrowdStrike, and of course, Sydney Sweeney's American Eagle, and also Okta. But tomorrow, UiPath, C3i, Snowflake, and Salesforce. I think Salesforce and Snowflake are definitely the big names to look at for tomorrow. And then Thursday, we do have Rubrik after the close. But UiPath specifically, for a second there, I thought that this thing right here was Krispy Kreme. Looks very, very similar. But anyways, with UiPath, it's a business that you would think it would be growing much, much faster right now. But it's not. I'll show you, actually. You know what? I'll show you this right now. So UiPath, what do we have? We have a company that is growing. Well, last quarter, it finally exactly built the bear on Thursday. That's the most important one. So this is what we have. Last quarter, it increased, revenue grew 14%. This quarter, it's expected to only grow 8.4%, then 9.2, another, let's call it 8, only 4, and then 8.4 again a year from now. This is the problem. There's barely any growth for a company that's worth $7.5 billion. I, I don't know. Either they show clear acceleration in growth, or in my opinion, they'll be acquired. That's my opinion on it. Gross margin, of course, 83.1%. EBITDA is negative. Operating still negative. Net is 1.3 and free cash flow 20.7. Let's look at some estimates. Yeah. I don't know. There are way more exciting companies out there, I would say. It could be exciting if they actually show some growth. Let's have a look. So yeah, operating margin have been improving, but still negative, although yeah, still negative. Free cash flow margin still in the 20s. It did come down a little bit. Gross profit margin, okay. And then net is 1.3 for the first time. Well, over the last 12 months, that is. So if we look at quarterly, we are seeing... Yeah, so it's because of one big quarter. Okay, so it would still be negative if it wasn't for that one right here. All right. We interviewed an engineering leader from UiPath. Seems that business is a bit clueless as how to capitalize on AI. I mean, you would think they would know how, but then again, if you don't capitalize on it, then as an RPA, I guess you are going to be pushed out. Data Vault, yeah, we did look at it like a couple of weeks ago. I didn't really see what the people were so excited about, other than the fact that the stock did go up significantly at one point and then completely crashed. But I have zero interest in this company, like specializing in secure Web 3.0 data management, blockchain AI, and data monetization, blah, blah, blah. Not that interested. CrowdStrike is one of those. I mean, this thing just rips, keeps on going up and up and up and up and up. Crazy. Very expensive name to own. Very expensive. For those that don't know, operating and net margins here still negative for this business. $126 billion in market cap. Very expensive name. Very expensive name. Okay, Kinsale. Kinsale is the insurance company that provides property and casualty insurance in the United States. $8.7 billion in market cap. Okay, free cash flow margin. Yeah, but again, it's insurance. Let's see what we have here. Kinsale. So gross written premiums increased 8.4% year over year. Net investment income up 25%. Combined ratio of 74.9. Okay, better than same quarter last year. EPS did increase 24.3%. Not bad. Huh. Hello everyone. Okay. Yeah, this is basically what they're doing, right? Exclusive focus on the small account ENS market. They say it right here that they're the only publicly traded pure play ENS investment opportunity. Okay. Yeah, I think I've seen these slides already once. I don't know when or why. Chubb is the company that Berkshire bought last year. I think that was like the secret company. Yeah, Markel is here number 5 in this ranking. Product portfolio. Yes, I think I've seen this because a friend of mine works at an insurance company, and I mentioned I think Kinsale or maybe Markel. I don't remember. And I showed him the ratio. He thought it was too good to be true. But then again, they're still small. They're still small. They focus on specific things, so maybe it is a competitive advantage. Is it up? It's down year to date and over the last 12 months, but up over the last 3 years. Still expected to grow top and bottom lines just above, let's call it 12% or so. Thoughts on a rubric, same as Zscaler? No, I don't think so, because rubric already got hit last quarter. And rubric I don't think they've been around like, and rubric has been around since 2013. Didn't want to say something stupid. And Zscaler has been around since 2007. So a small difference there. Plus rubric did get hit last quarter. So it's like the same thing. They did get hit last quarter, despite, again, a very good earnings report. I'm not expecting them to be profitable already right now. But I am expecting them to grow fast. Like I said yesterday, double beat, and I did say double beat and a raise, and I still expect it. So I think they'll do well. It's not like the stock has gone up substantially. No, not at all. So we're not in that same risk as Zscaler. See, Zscaler has gone up and is still up 33.9% year to date. So I don't think we have the same problem. All right, let's have a look at the pre-market. So, pre-market right now, what do we have? And by the way, the poll says 71% of you say green, 14% say red, and 15% say flat. Okay. We'll see what happens. Okay, let's first start with the big tech companies. Apple is down 0.18%. Netflix is basically flat. Oh, with Netflix, did they say it here or not? Yeah, they made a fresh new all-cash deal to acquire Warner Brothers. Warner Bros. Discovery. I think they'll buy it. I think they're going to be successful with that. And it's going to be a huge increase in IP for them, for Netflix. I still think Netflix is a great buy for 2026 and onwards. I think this pullback since July is a nice little gift for anyone that wanted to add more to Netflix, because they're not going anywhere. They're not going anywhere. Google is up a little bit. Tesla is up 0.5. Meta is up 0.7. This is also one where I think we're going to see it back at $800 12 months from now. Amazon will go to all-time highs. It's up 1% pre-market. And then Oracle is up 2.2% pre-market here. As for the chip names, we have Micron and ASML down a little bit. The one that's moving the most here is Marvell. Again, going into the earnings report, Marvell is doing quite well here, up 2.5%, TSM 1.6, 1.5 for Intel, AMD 1.3, NVIDIA 1.2, and then the rest is just under a percent. With regards to the so-called neoclouds, we have Iron that's down around 5%. Nebius is up 0.8. White Fiber 1.1, CoreWeave 1.7, HUT 2%, and Cypher 2.1%. As for fintech, I love to see fintech green. Unfortunately, I don't know if this will hold, but okay. Dave, yesterday was a bad day for Dave. Poor Dave. Yesterday was down 6.6%. Now it's up 2.6. Chime continues its way up after yesterday's nice upgrade. Although whoever bought it at $16 is already doing quite well. And new all-time highs, 2% pre-market. Hood is up 2% today. SoFi 1.5, Sezzle 1.3, still you're at $60, $61. Weeb, where's that big? Here. Okay, that's still a long way to go. Pagaya 1.2, Affirm 1.1, the local 0.7, PayPal 0.6.7 also. Yesterday we could have closed green, but it decided to screw us over. Was down 0.18% yesterday. Block is up 0.6, same for Shift 4. American Express, Klarna is up 0.3, MasterCard 0.3, and then Visa is basically flat. Do I believe Uber? I think so. It was 85, no? Still 85? 86, yeah. It is under the 200-day though, right now. Still under it. But yes, I mean, I bought it, I think 2 weeks or so ago, or a week or so ago, something like that. I still like it. Some people say it's going to go out of business because of autonomous vehicles. I'm betting on the other side. BMNR is up 6% after being down 12.6% yesterday. I assume that Ethereum is up. Yes, Ethereum is also up 2% currently, and Bitcoin is up 2.5% at $88,500. My usual Netflix hour is what do we watch? I did watch the first episode of Stranger Things yesterday. Not a bad start. What would it take for me to buy Adobe? Sell out of another position. Simple. United Health. Where is United Health? Here it is. Look, United Health still has a long way to go. A long way to go to recover to where it was before. It's going to take a while, but it is, in my opinion, a safer play going into 2026. I'm answering this comment right here. Essentially, what you're looking for is you could be getting 86% upside from here. Might not happen in the next 12 months, but even if it happens in the next 24 months, that is beating the market quite comfortably. It's going to take some time. Yes, there are some huge changes in the industry and in this company as a whole, but it is still cheap. This is again one of those companies that, yes, it is too big to fail, and I don't see it failing anytime soon. Who's red? Novo is red a little bit. Okay. We are here in that. This is a crucial area, it seems. Seems to be a crucial area. Shop is up after being down yesterday, which was very ridiculous because today it's up today it's up because of the sales results, and yesterday it's down because of the sales result, which was a bit stupid. In my opinion, Applied Digital is going to try and go back above the 50-day moving average, back above $30, trying to go. Robinhood. Robinhood, I was very close at buying in again at around $100. But then I said, do I need it? I don't need it. But I do still think that Robinhood is going to perform extremely well in the future. What they're doing with prediction markets is, of course, it's prediction/betting, let's be honest, is great for the business. It's going to bring billions and billions of dollars in revenue, probably some many users out there as well. But my problem with this is like mixing investing with gambling. Now you might say, yeah, but options is a bit the same. I would agree. Short-term options are also a gamble. So, but in this case, the prediction market is like betting. You're betting on a sports team. You're betting on whether or not a CEO is going to say this word or that word during an earnings call. It's betting. Let's be honest. But gambling has become a huge business over the last couple of years, especially in the United States on mobile. Adobe will attract the AI lawsuits while smaller apps run free. Can you expand on that? Because Adobe does offer commercially safe assets, while the other ones not so much. Amit did a poll on that yesterday. On what? On what exactly? Like the prediction markets or something else? Apple. 400% gains is very good. So congrats on that already. Again, nobody got pored by taking profits, so you can do that. I don't know how many shares you got, if you got them from a long time ago or not. It's probably paying you a nice little dividend as well, so that's good. Do you plan on retiring, or do you plan on buying a house, going on vacation, investing in something else? Again, you can still keep it. You can take some profits and keep the rest. Prediction markets and options are gambling. Yes, it is. It is. I would say long-term options are less because again, it gives you time to look at a company and what happens. But if you're buying a call or a put option 5 days out, it's a gamble. It's a pure gamble. And prediction markets, yes, it might be a great way to look at what the herd is thinking, or like the collective intelligence of a large pool of people. But at the end of the day, it is a bet. It is a bet. It is gambling. And I don't think that gambling should go in the same app as your investments. Simple. But like I said, on the other side, unfortunately, it's working. It's a very big industry, gambling. So from a business perspective, from an investor perspective, I guess you're happy with it because it's going to make them a lot of money. All right. I have a couple of seconds. Thanks, Adam. Hopefully you have a good time in the China. Let's get ready to rumble. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Ding, 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 ding. Bing, bing, bong, bing, bong. My gong is not here yet, but I did order it. Hopefully it is a very good one, not just like a stupid ding. But we'll see. Anyways, it is Tuesday, December 2nd. The markets are open. And this is what we're getting at the moment. We'll let it run free for a couple of seconds. And then we'll look at a couple of for a couple of updates here. For a lot of people, options are insurance. Well, again, it depends. I didn't say every option. I said short-term options. The Temu bong. Yeah, the thing is, I've seen, and they're all the same. AliExpress, Temu, Amazon, it's all the same. It's just that on Amazon, it's more expensive than on Temu and AliExpress, but it's literally the exact same product, exact same thing. One is $9, the other one is $25. Ridiculous, but it is what it is. It is what it is. All right, let's have a look. Iron is the one that's down the most at the moment, 6.8% because of the convertible that was announced yesterday. But let's do group by group. Huh? So like I said, fintech, pre-market, all green. Now we do have some red. Chime is red, down 2.1%. Webull is down 0.7%. Visa and Shift4, let's call it flat. Let's call it flat. Sezzle is up 1.8, Hood is up 1.6, SoFi 1.6, Nu 1.1, Dave 0.7, same for Pagaya, same for the local, Affirm 0.6, PayPal is still up 0.4 for now. Then we have the same here for MasterCard, Klarna, and American Express. Did I order it from Alibaba? I mean, as an Alibaba shareholder, would I not? But then again, I am also an Amazon shareholder. But I ordered enough from Amazon this year and last year. So yes, it is coming from AliExpress. White Fiber, almost up 4%. Hut 8, that is 2.2%. CoreWeave is up 1%. Nebius 0.8, Cypher is flat, and Iron is down 7.2%. As for the chips, we are almost all green. Broadcom is, let's call it red flat. Micron is down 0.2. Nvidia is up 2%. Marvell 1.7. Intel 1.3, back above $40. AMD 1.4, and then all the rest is basically up 0.4 to 1%. Big tech, Netflix is down 0.4. I do wonder what the impact will be if they do acquire Warner Bros. Discovery, and for how much, if the stock goes up or down. Tesla down 0.2, then Apple is flat, Google 0.2, Amazon flat. Basically, big tech is flat other than Oracle. So let's have a look right here. Oracle 208. Again, it did try to do the same thing last Wednesday. Where is Irene? It's basically at the same levels as yesterday. Same level as yesterday. Same level as the last. What is it? 3 weeks. So for 3 weeks, it's been around the same prices, give or take, which is why you're getting this big candle right here. Well, sideways candle from the volume profile, which we added yesterday. So yeah, tempting. Is Iron a buy for me today? Well, as you know, I had way more shares of Iron. So I do look like a genius by trimming, but still have 500 shares. Might add some today. I don't know how much, maybe 50 or 100. We'll see. But I am also quite comfortable with the position that I have. Because if it works out, 500 to me is going to be good enough. I know some people own 5,000. But yeah, 500 to me is good enough. Plus, my average is, well, I think half of what, I think the average is still at $22, $23 or so. So I'm still up 100% on that position. So I could average up a little bit. But we'll see. Keep the sideways candles. I am keeping the sideways candle. It is also a nice little addition, I think, to it. So I might buy a little bit, but I will not be doubling up or something like that. Nebius continues to go up. We are at $101 per share for Nebius. So here it did go back, it did go above the necessary level. Apparently, this is a necessary level to surpass, to go above, which of course, I knew it. I knew it. PayPal is red or flat, teasing us yet again. PayPal needs to go and get this $68, or actually more than that. ASAP. What is this? Well, what does Jamie Miller need to do tomorrow? She needs to push this stock by 9.5%. Well, that's never going to happen. That's never going to happen by tomorrow. Pagaya is green today, although it was greener. It was greener. This one as well, there is here, yeah, $30. I mean, it's always the round numbers. It's coincidence? I don't think so. Oh, Mercado Libre. I wonder where this one has gone. First of all, Oscar is down another 1.3% right now. I did buy a little bit yesterday, so of course it needs to go down. Meli is up 0.4, 0.5%, still here at $2,074. Rocket Lab is up 2.3% at around 41.3. Here, the big, well, in this time frame, still since June, it's around $47, $48 or so. Thoughts on Micron at these prices? I'm not adding to Micron. I have a position already that's doing very well. I'm not adding at these prices. Micron will report Wednesday, December 17. Is it priced to perfection? It's definitely priced for something. Definitely priced for something. We did have a nice pullback. Then it did rebound. Right here, the 50-day moving average. Do I take profits before the earnings? Do I not? We'll see. We'll see. Because I am up already substantially on that position. So might be a good, like, keep the position, take some profits before the earnings, use the cash for whatever happens towards the end of this year, start of next year. Could be a good strategy for me with this one. Then Alibaba. Yesterday we know that Baba was up. Today it's down 2%. Okay, yesterday it was up 4.4. Today it's down 2%, but we're still here sticking around $160 or so. This one I'm less inclined to sell, or take profits, because it's still too cheap. Still too cheap. It's I think it's still a good name to own for 2026 in a market where some might say everything's overvalued and whatnot. I still don't think this is the end for Alibaba. International business doing well. China e-commerce business is actually doing better than expected, and of course the cloud business is doing very well for them. So I still think this one has some ways to run for me personally. PayPal is going down a little bit, 0.3. Dave is recovering a little bit. No, Dave was green. Now it's back red. So Chime recovered. Yeah, Chime recovered a little bit. I do wonder what happened with Figma. Figma with a F, not a L. I know some of you guys already thinking about some stuff here. I see you. So Figma still $36. You got buying Luckin Coffee in 2022. I'm considering this as a gamble. How do we write this name again? In 2022. Yeah. 2022 was between $6 and $10 or so. Yeah, but back then that was the whole fraud period for them delisting and all of that. But yeah, the comeback has been quite crazy. What price would I add iron? I don't mind adding it even like today, like now. A little bit. Again, my average is 22, 23, so whatever I'm adding today is just going to increase my average, and that's it, just to accumulate more shares. But yeah, the question is, do I need more shares? Do I not need more shares? Like my position is 23,000 in iron. I do wonder what the options, although I don't need options. I've got enough with PayPal. But let's see what the market is telling us for iron specifically. By the way, 71% of you say that said that the market is going to end green. Let's see options. Let's do January 27. January 27. Yeah, they're not cheap. Like if I look at, let's see, $70, 17 point, like 7070, it cost 70. Well, the last one was 17.26. For January 27. Yeah. But then again, is it worth it? I don't know. Probably not. Probably like sticking with my shares. United Health, where is it now? It's here. It's flat. It's flat for now. Yeah, like I said before, I don't know who asked it. I still view this. I don't own it anymore because I went more into Oscar. I know more volatile, but way smaller company, which in my eyes will provide with way more upside over the next 5 years. But yeah, United Health, for those owning it, especially those that bought it maybe under 300, I see zero reason to sell. Like nothing bad has happened in this period. I think good things are going to happen with the company. Earnings are expected to reaccelerate in 26, 27. So I don't see a reason why you sell it. Might actually be a good buy, even not might. I think it's even a good buy at these prices if you want to go into 2026 with some less, let's say, tech exposure. I think this is one of the names to go. So yeah. What is Nvidia doing? 185. Okay. Yeah, we're at 170. 185. I still think that we're going to see big move. It's still not confirmed, these earnings. This is crazy. The Oracle is expected to report in 2 weeks or so. I think that moves a lot of names, a lot of the tech names, AMD, maybe Neo Clouds as well, Nvidia for sure. The green red boxes on the side is the volume profile. Let's see if we've got some news. Why add iron? Is Nebius a better company? I mean, if you've noticed, I've added way more Nebius than iron. I actually, my iron position was double what it is today, until someone actually made that comment and made me realize that I actually have a lot in iron right now. Well, right now that was when it was a bit higher actually. So I do still think that yes, Nebius is a better company, which is why I added more recently. But I also think that Iron is going to have quite a good future ahead, which is why I still have 500 shares of it. So yeah. We cannot catch a break. It was you. It was you, indeed. Indeed, it was. Am I adding to Rocket Lab in the 40s? I did add, and I say I would add if we're under 40 again. I don't think we are. I don't think we. No, we're not. We're not. Rubik earnings is Thursday. So we'll see what happens with that on Thursday. Why do I keep my Iron shares separate from your portfolio? Because again, it started as a smaller position, more speculative, and well, it became quite big. So I don't want to sell it from one side and then send it to the other portfolio. It changes also the average. I know it's stupid because it's the same thing, right? It's the same amount of money, but it's there now. I'm not going to sell. Take like a short-term tax hit. Martin, I already answered your question on Adobe a while ago, actually. Elf. Yeah, nah, I already shared my opinion on Elf before. It's like I'm not interested in cosmetics, so I'm not buying Elf. Simple. But it seems like this area right now is a crucial one for it to continue to make its recovery. Russell, yeah, apologies for that. 2 assists. I know. I mean, I do like to perform from time to time. Not always. So, are we seeing a little bit more reds? We are seeing some names flip. Here from green to red. Although we still have way more greens than red for now. Rubrik is back above $70 going into the earnings report. Okay. So last quarter we had an 18% drop. So when they reported, the stock dropped by 18%. And then by another 3.5 and 3.5 and another 4.3%. One heck of a week for Rubrik. So they reported on, I think it was Tuesday in September. And then by Friday, no, not even Friday, by Thursday, they were down 25%. Hopefully we get a 25% upside, which would bring us back here at around $89-$90, which is this big side candle right here. Spend more time selling than buying actually in this period. BMNR is back above 31, up 8.8%, applied 5% right now. So we are back above the 50-day moving average. Shopify, $155, up 4%. See if we've got some news maybe in the meantime. We also have some data tomorrow, I think. Jobs data, I believe, coming out tomorrow. Let's see. Hmm. Ah, yes, the fear and greed bullshit index. Let's see where we're at right now. Fear and greed is, let's see, tam 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 tam. We are still in fear. We are still in fear. 28 now, though. Okay. Um, Again, that index to me is just pure BS. NVIDIA CFO says most new NVIDIA AI chips being shipped are adding new data center infrastructure and not replacing install base. This is what they're saying at also the UBS conference happening today for NVIDIA, that is. Tomorrow there is Shift4, SoFi, PayPal, and AMD, all of them at that UBS analyst conference. Okay, other than that, do we have something extra for us? Let's see. Any thoughts on rare earths? Well, I guess they have some momentum with them, but I don't really have an opinion on it. Crucial, but still so many things at play here. Agreement with China, no agreement with China, trades, this and that. Also, I guess we're still waiting for an announcement, right, on that China trade deal or something. Or is that before Christmas expected? No lo sé. Boeing is up 9% today. So is Airbus down? Or it's like one can go up? Yeah, Airbus is down another 1% today after the whole plane fiasco. Boeing is. Boeing is up. It's back to $200 right now. Okay. There was some news, no, with regards to Boeing, for sure. Yeah. So, Boeing says the recovery is in full force, guiding to 440, 450 total jet deliveries in 2025 and higher 2026 deliveries for both 737 and 787 versus 2025. They see the DOJ penalty to flip into 2026, sees $2 billion of free cash flow outflow for 2025, low single digit free cash flow in 26, confident on delivering $20 billion target, expect 737-10 MAX to be certified later this year. We will start seeing cash margins improve next year. So that's why Boeing is up right now. According to Morgan Stanley, they say that powering Gen AI work now has US data centers needing 72 gigawatts of power over 25 to 2028. Roughly 10 gigawatts is covered by data centers already in construction, and about 15 gigawatts from spare grid capacity, leaving a potential 47 gigawatt shortfall, up from 44 gigawatts before. I guess time to get building, people. Time to get building, or which is happening and is going to happen more and more in the future, start shipping those data centers in space. Yes, you are going to see a lot of data centers in space probably over the next 10 years or so. Kuvut, yes, you heard that correctly. You heard that correctly. So this is basically what they show us. By the way, this is the whole infrastructure build out, data center build out, and all of that is one of the big winners for it. It's not just Nvidia and whatnot. It is construction companies. People that work in construction are going to be making a lot of money over the next couple of years. I just don't know if you have enough, or I mean, if it's the United States, okay, UAE, Saudi Arabia, I guess you'll find something. Europe, maybe. But yeah, you need a lot of people that work in construction. I guess it's a very crucial part of the economy that suddenly gets a lot of attention, less about 9 to 5 meta pumpkin spice latte people, and more about people that actually work pretty hard with their hands, their backs, whatever. But yeah, construction people are going to be making, in my opinion, quite a lot of money over the next couple of years. And this is something that I've been saying for a while. I think people that work with their hands, not the OnlyFans people, but the other ones, um, plumbers, electricians, gardeners, window cleaners, you name it, these people are going to be making a lot of money over the next couple of years. A lot, which is a good thing. Why did I choose Micron over SK Hynix? Because Micron is easily available to buy on the American exchange, and SK Hynix is not. And Micron was very, very cheap. Very, very cheap when I bought it. I mean, my average for Micron is $90. So yeah, I'm up 167% on it. About time, 40 years in construction. Yeah. The OnlyFans clients work with their hands. I mean, I think it's both. It goes both ways. Construction people get replaced within 5 years. I highly doubt it. I'm bullish on robotics, but I don't think you're going to be replacing construction people within 5 years to build data centers or huge complexes or whatnot. Work in construction, but money in stone. Yes, sir. Or, yeah, no, yeah. Yes, I agree. And I mean, the young generation, it's, unless you want to really do something specific and you need a degree, I guess going straight into something like a career might not be the worst thing right now. Because again, people that know how to work with their hands, like keep repeating, plumbers, electricians, gardeners, and all of that, they're in high demand right now. They announced a convertible yesterday evening. Robots will come faster than we think. It's possible. That doesn't mean that the robots will be able to build data centers. Let's see. So iron is now only down 4%. Was down more than that. Adobe down 1%, Shift4 down 0.6, PayPal down 0.2, Oscar is basically flat. Okay, the rest is green. So not that bad. Not that bad, I would say. Pre-market was greener, but then again, pre-market is usually either very red and then the market opens and it's less red across the board, or very green and then market opens and not as green as before. Construction is one of the easier tasks to be replaced. Again, it depends what stage of construction. If you're talking about I mean, putting cement somewhere, then I guess yes, you can automate a vehicle that drops like a John Deere does with crops, right? You have like autonomous John Deere trucks, I believe these days, that scan the floor, have like a GPS. I think you even use a Starlink and knows exactly when to drop the seeds. But I think when we're talking here about building complex data centers, I don't think a robot will be doing it anytime soon. In the future, maybe. And again, even today, like in huge factories, car making companies and whatnot, you already have like robotic arms everywhere on the assembly line. But humanoid robots doing things like humans right now with our hands and fingers, I think it's going to take a while. 3D printed houses, yeah, you have prefab houses. My ultimate investment goal, yeah, early retirement and just being able to provide everything that needs to be provided to the family. Quite easy. Don't need to. I mean, being able to take a vacation whenever you want is obviously a luxury that I wouldn't mind. But just knowing you wake up and you can just go on with your day. You know that you can send your kids to school. There's food. There is healthcare insurance. Um, then if someone needs help, you can take care of them. I think that's a good. That's the goal. That's the goal. Buy a boat. Yeah, there was always this discussion, like I think everyone has those hypothetical discussions with their friends, like, oh, if you had $1 million, although today $1 million is less than before. If you had $1 million, would you buy like a? Would you rather have? I think you need more than a million. Would you rather have a private jet, or would you rather buy a boat? Actually, that's a good that's a good poll. Um, Let me actually do this. This is actually a good one. Private jet or boat? Which one would you? Voila, the poll is running. The poll is running. Yeah, no, of course. I mean, I'm just saying if both of those things were to cost the same amount, which one would you prefer? Private jet or boat? You can fly private without owning it. I mean, you can also rent a boat without owning it and don't have to like clean and everything. Best 2 days of your life. The day you buy a boat and the day you sell it. uh, Good one. Hmm. Aspiring Mile High Club member. I mean, you can get access to that membership quite easily, I guess, if you have a private jet. You can live on a boat, correct? But do you want to live on a boat? It's like I don't hate boats. Just from a practical, but then again, yeah, if you have the money to buy a private jet, then you probably have the money to fly first class every single time. For now, we have 51% private jet, and then yeah, of course, 49 a boat. Why is MongoDB going nuts? Great earnings report yesterday. Yeah, I mean, yeah, private jet is very expensive. But then again, a big boat, a yacht, let's be honest, we're talking here about yachts, not like a small fishing boat. You need a lot of money, yes. Someone said PayPal is green. Indeed. For now. For now. Might be red in 2 seconds. No, I have no critical materials or anything. I only have a frying pan. Good enough. Good enough. Who loses value? I mean, I guess boats stay in the water, clean the boat, but then again, planes, fuel, engine, to take care of all of this. Heavily regulated, I guess. You need to hire a pilot unless you can fly. If you're a pilot, then okay, fine. But if you're not a pilot, you need to hire a crew every time with a boat. Once you have your like sailing or whatever you call license, I guess you're good to go, right? But then yeah, the parking is expensive for. I mean, if you park in Monte Carlo, then I guess yes. But then again, if you park, I don't know, in Greece or whatnot, I guess that's also expensive. Robin, PayPal, Duolingo, Shift4 are my largest position. In your opinion, do you think these are good holdings to be in the top 3? Or would you rather choose something like Oscar, Uber, or Adobe? Well, I own, as you know, I own PayPal, Duolingo, Shift4, Oscar, and Uber. I own a lot of PayPal through options, still have some shares. Then in size, I would say it's Uber, Oscar, Shift4, and Duolingo. I wouldn't own them if I did not like them. Let's so call it that way. And the only reason I don't own Adobe is because I don't want to open a new position in the portfolio. What do I think about Xiaomi? Peg 5 years of 0.9, no debt, big margins, and new EV play. Yeah, but then again, I don't know. It's a difficult company to look at because they're trying to do everything. Do I have something? I probably have something from Xiaomi somewhere here because they do everything. They do everything. And yes, now they also have an EV, but then again, I don't know how good their EV is. Might just be another plastic thing. Did I buy the electric screwdriver from Xiaomi or not? Can't remember. I don't think I did. But I do have, it's not Xiaomi related, I do have the first OnePlus One lying around somewhere here. It was like the first. No, it's not the first because the first one is the first Xiaomi smartphone, but OnePlus One, the first one, was really like the cheap smartphone that did everything that needed to be done, although the cameras sucked. And even today, OnePlus cameras are not the best ones out there. People are coming up with people are coming up already with some business plans here. You can make a party on the yacht and charge $50 for each and cover fuel costs. Yeah. Don't even have to move the yacht, just park it. Wise, yeah, I looked at. I use it because I'm getting money on it. But I haven't looked at the business that closely recently. You know, I like fintech, but I do have enough fintech in my portfolio right now. But maybe it's worth looking into it a little bit deeper in the future. Still, 56% prefer private jet over boat. The founder of Wise was in my MBA class, billionaire now. He was one of the original Skype people too. Why don't you tell him that Couch Investor would like to get him on the channel, maybe to talk with him. Basically, having a yacht is like having a float luxury hotel. Yeah. Actually, yes. Simon, what do you mean you're running from Slovenia to Croatia? Are they hunting you down or are you running a marathon? I wanted to include like a huge mansion in the Hamptons or whatever, some other place. But I think that one would have been a very easy choice. Like between private jet, boat, and huge mansion somewhere, I think I would say the majority of people would just take the mansion. I would take the mansion for sure. Simon is running away from the chat. Okay. PayPal is green, ladies and gents. PayPal is green. What do we have here? What did I want us to do? Ah, yeah, check wise. Visa. Slovenia. Yeah, Slovenia. Croatia is the reason Slovenia does not have access to a beach. No, they do have. So who doesn't have? They do have some. Yeah, they do have some access. Slovenia. The country of Tadej Pogacar. Wait, Slovenia? Yes. Oof. Yes, it is. Eurotrip. Every year you run from one country to another. The next year you start where you finish and run to another. So, So you're only okay. So last year you ended in Slovenia, and where were you before that? Austria, Hungary, maybe Italy. Yeah, Italy is like, yeah, maybe Italy. Who knows? Where were you last year? Team of 8. You have someone running at all times. You don't do the whole miles yourself. Ah. Now you're going down. You're going down in my respect list. I thought you were running the whole time. Of course, you sleep and you eat and you do other stuff, but do I think PayPal is victim of tax loss harassing? I think PayPal is a victim of a lot of things. I'll tell you that much. And so are we. We are also victims. Yeah, Luka Doncic is also from Slovenia. So Doncic, Slovenia, Jokic, Serbia, like Novak Djokovic. Yeah, no, okay. So Bosnia does not have access to the beach because of Croatia. Yeah, yeah, but okay. Serbia is quite far from the beach, but Bosnia, yeah, it gets screwed by that. Yeah, Dubrovnik, Split, correct. Very nice place, I heard, or some very nice places in Croatia. Yeah, they have the Game of Thrones, the locations, blah blah blah. But I've seen some very very nice places there. Be worth a visit. So Simon, where did you run before Slovenia? Yeah, Greece is also very busy. Bosnia has access to the beach, so a very small access then. Let's see. Bosnia. Ah, yes. Very small access. Like a tiny, tiny part. Super tiny part. Poor guys. Fazana, what is that? Fazana. Small village. Small village. Ah, also by the beach. Yeah. Pittoresque. It's a fishing village. Aha, so they do have boats there. Maybe they would prefer boats over private jets. Okay. Innsbruck. I've heard of this place. Don't know why. Maybe ski? No, maybe. Ah, Tirol. I see. I see. Innsbruck. Ah, yeah, yeah. Now I know why. Because of the famous colored houses next to the water. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, Bosnian coastline speaks Croatian in two terms. I never really zoomed in, but now I zoomed in and I was like, what the heck is this? uh, yeah, Greece has many islands. Greece has many islands. I was in Greece earlier this year, twice. But yeah, many small islands. PayPal could see some negative pressure due to tax loss harvesting. I mean, what do you think has been happening now for the last God knows how many weeks? Enough with the enough tax loss harvesting in PayPal. Go tax loss harvest something else. Give our PayPal some room, some breathing room, s'il vous plaît. Although it is up 0.8% right now. But Jamie Miller will do whatever she does best tomorrow. Couch is into sports but not geography. Oh, I am into geography. I love traveling. I just never really zoomed in on the Croatian Bosnian beach line. Favorite vacation places? I mean, to me, Japan to me is still my go-to. So it's just so nice. Check gold. So I checked it a couple of days ago. It was at exactly the same price. Exactly the same price. Other than Japan, Thailand is great for diving. I mean, we talked about diving already. I would love to go to Australia, New Zealand, but it's far. It's far, and you really need to plan accordingly. Because if you go, like if I go, I'm going for a month. Cannot go to Australia and New Zealand for like 2 weeks. Doesn't make sense. Would love to go to South Africa, Kenya, Tanzania, the Serengeti. Would love to go there as well. Brazil, I went. Argentina, I went to Buenos Aires. Guatemala is very nice. Small country, but nice. Belize has some good diving spots. Galapagos Islands. Never went there, but that's apparently very nice. And I would like to go to China just to see what the heck's going on there. What about Nepal? I guess, yeah. I guess if I want to climb some mountains, for sure. Kruger Park is great, yes, but I have a feeling. Kenya, Tanzania is better. Serengeti is better. Maybe less commercialized, I would say. Although you go see some animals in the wild, who cares? Oscar with a nice little rebound here. Have I been to Austria? Yes, I've been to Austria. Also very, very nice. Austria, Switzerland, like May, June, when you already have some sun. Okay, sometimes it does rain quite a lot. Very good. Because it's not the vacation period. It's also one of the benefits of what I do is I don't have to go on holiday when everybody's going. Like June, May, if it's like warm weather or not that warm, but just sunny, while going to like the mountains in Switzerland or Austria, very nice. And of course, now I don't know if there is already enough snow, but I guess ski season is about to start. So yeah, Austria, Kitzbühel, Ischl, um, Ischl, Switzerland, some nice places. Northern Italy, of course, France. France, I went a lot. Val Thorens, Chamonix, and all of that. In Kruger, you can do a self-drive safari much better than Kenya, Tanzania. Yeah, but do I want to do a self-drive? I guess I want to like a local dude to show me around. Ooh, this is a nice name. I'm not even going to try to pronounce it. I'm closing the poll. 54% of you want a private jet over a boat. Nego. That's one heck of a name. Aha. You see, but that's also a thing that with safaris. Paris, mon ami, no, merci. Yeah, Dolomites are very beautiful. A friend of mine went there, I think earlier this year or maybe last year, sent some beautiful pictures. Beautiful pictures. Pinda Game Reserve. Pinda Game Reserve. Where is that? South Africa. Okay. So the question with safaris is because a lot of people go when the weather is nice, but I like logically speaking, you would like to go just after the rain or even when it rains a little bit, so you get all of the how do you call this again? When all the like oh, I know the word, just it's when all the animals basically go from one place to the other because they need to drink water. So it's the I forgot it. Someone is going to the Great Migration. Voila. So I guess it's better to go Botswana. Botswana is also nice. Wait, what's Botswana? Ah, so why did this? Huh? The Pinda Reserve is Botswana? Where? Ah, yes. It's no, it's not. It's not Botswana. It's all the way on the right here. It's still a South Africa. Well, the countries inside of South Africa is also something crazy. Lesotho and Eswatini. Ah, for the Great Migration, you go to Botswana. Okay. So when do we go? Like, do we go now? Because now it's winter for us, it's summer for them, like South Africa. I guess Kenya is, maybe Kenya right now might not be that bad. Yeah, Samburu. See, this is something you do not get on any other live stream out there. Here we talk movies, sports, geography, and now we're looking at safaris. And we also have stocks, of course. Let's not forget about stocks. Oscar was green for before we talked about safaris. Though it's flat now. Huh. October, Kenya. Okay, so we're now in December, so I guess I have to wait. Samburu National Reserve. Wow. Wow. I mean, when Lion King is one of your favorite movies out there, I guess it's a given to go in a safari. Never did it. Never went to. I stopped in Ethiopia in Addis Ababa's airport. That's my only. That's my only South African experience. Rhinos. Yeah, the only rhinos I saw is in the zoo where I'm from, but they don't have rhinos anymore. Actually, they do have rhinos, but they changed zoos. People say that zoos are bad, but I guess it depends on which zoo. Ones that treat animals correctly and maybe they save the animals, so now it's in the zoo. But I think zoos are, in my opinion, a net positive, just because it gives the opportunity to a lot of people, kids especially, to see animals that they would never see in the future or in their lives. Yeah, the zoo in Antwerp, I loved it. Today, I like it less. First of all, it became super expensive, like super expensive. And second of all, every single year there are fewer animals there, like more cafes and restaurants than anything else. I mean, I remember there were polar bears, black bear, tigers. Okay, lions you still have. You have dolphins. Now, I don't know. Poof, nothing. Nothing. But I still love it. I used to have like a yearly abonnement. I went every Sunday. Every Sunday I was there. Loved it. I even went inside a sea lion thing because my my toy fell. Eh, it was fun. It was fun. Okay, we started to sell off a bit. Yeah, PayPal is not as green as before, but still, I'll take it. If we can stay green, I'll take it. Oscar is now a bit more red. They are making a white tiger habitat. What? No, the white tiger is in Pyridiza. Also a very nice one. Actually, let's see, maybe. No, there are no tigers in. Yeah, white tiger is very, very beautiful. So, let's end it here, actually. We'll come back tomorrow with some more questions for the broader public about boats and private jets, and maybe some safaris as well. So we'll end it by going over every single category here. Fintech is still mostly green. The only red names are now Pagaya, Shift4, Visa, American Express, and Block. NeoClouds, we have Hut, that's down 12%, Iron 5, Cypher 0.8, Nebius is up, White Fiber, and CoreWeave is now back above $81. Very nice. Chips wise, we have one red name, that's Micron, all the rest are green, and even Intel is again up 6%. Do we have some Intel news other than the last time we had like the Apple one? I don't think I've seen something. Good TV series from Belgium. Undercover is a good one. Undercover is a good one. And if you like that, you would like Ferry Bauman. Let's see. Some Intel news? No, not really. Not really, but okay. And then big tech, Netflix is down almost 1%, Tesla flat, all the rest is green, with Oracle up 2.8%. As for the general, up 9% for BMNR. AST is up 6%. I do think that they did announce something, or maybe just reiterated something. Smurfs. Kafia. Tintin. Where is AST? So they reiterate 5 launches before the end of Q1 2026. And that's about it, I think. Yeah, 5 launches by the end of March 26, starting in 2 weeks on December 15th. More updates to come soon. Okay. Palantir is up 3%, Shop 4, Rocket Lab 4.4, United Health up 0.5%, Rubrik is up 1.3%, but again, Rubrik's big move will come after the earnings report on Thursday. Duolingo is up 0.2%, still here at around $186. We have Salesforce reporting tomorrow, is up 0.8%. I am still expecting the numbers to be good for Salesforce. Belgian beer is very famous in China. I think Belgian chocolate is also quite famous in China. I think in Hong Kong you have Hyosons. The price per kilo is insane last time I remembered seeing it. Or maybe they're already closed, I don't know. But yeah. No, this is not the longest stream, but it is longer than usual, yes. This is what happens. That's a Dutch show? Yeah, but it has Belgians in it. So I consider it the same. Or maybe they speak Dutch also. Anyways, that's what happens when we start talking about non-stock stuff. So all in all, right now, markets are fine. Could be better, but then again, are we going to complain? Probably not. It's either we see 70, let's call it 70, 30% green-red ratio. That's still good. We still have quite a lot of important catalysts, let's call it. Tomorrow, the UBS analyst conference for a lot of the names that we do cover. And then we have some market macro data. We still have inflation data coming in next week. FOMC meeting, rate cut, no rate cuts, new Fed share announcement. So still a lot of excitement for us left over the next couple of weeks. So I do expect some volatility. Anyways, thank you all for joining. We shall see each other back again tomorrow. Come with some interesting places to visit. Boat, private jet, maybe something else. I don't know. We'll see each other in the next one.